Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. We are live here in Marketing Tips with Sharvette. And I am Sharvette Mitchell, founder and CEO of Mitchell Productions. And we work with high achieving women entrepreneurs and a few lucky men get sprinkled in all around raising the visibility of their brand, their products, their services by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding so that they get more customers. And we are in our 4-part series all around 2023 marketing trends. And this is part 4 of 4, absolutely part 4 of 4. And so we're going to get into it today. I know that the streaming platforms are sending out a notification saying, hey, come on in and check it out. So let's do a 1-minute commercial, tell you a little bit more about me, and we're going to get right into it.
Imagine what it would feel like to throw a spotlight on your business and draw attention to the great services you offer. Picture having the tools and strategies to elevate the marketing of your business. That's the mission of Mitchell Productions. We consult with women entrepreneurs and a few lucky men to help them get more customers by focusing on their visibility, their marketing, and their branding. In working with us, our clients generate more revenue and increase their brand awareness. We do this in a couple of ways with consulting services, the Platform Builder group coaching program, pop-up conferences, book collaborations, and the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Hi, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, your online marketing strategist, your overwhelm eliminator, your platform builder, and your confidence igniter. Let's schedule a meet and greet call so that we can accelerate your marketing.
All right, there you go. We are here live. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for those that are coming on in Marketing Tips with Sharvette and those that may be hanging out with us over on YouTube. Listen, if you like this content, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notifications. And so we have been talking for the whole entire month of January, all around 2023 marketing trends. Now, there are several trends that have been predicted and that are out there, but I picked out 4. So actually, let's do a recap, and let me greet a few people. Hey, Sonia, happy Monday. Thank you for hanging out with us over here. Hello, Dr. Angelin. Thank you for being here. Hey, Mom, over on YouTube. Can't do it without you. Listen, if you know someone that is in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community, go ahead and tag them and say, hey, check out. Listen, this is like the last part of this series. And so let's talk about what we have been chatting about kind of as a recap. Here. And so we started off really, let me zoom that back out, right? We started off talking about a whole bunch of stuff, right? So we were talking about making sure that you have like hyper personalized content, that was one of the trends that we would definitely be seeing in 2024, that people want some personalization. They want to feel like brands know them. And so that is one of the trends that we talked about. If you missed that video, go back to wherever you're watching this video and you'll be able to see it later. Then we talked about the integration of offline and online activity, that there was going to be an appetite for people not to just consume, interact with your brand and your business online, but there's an offline component. And then also, if you're doing a lot offline, how do you tie in? We talked about things like QR codes and things of that nature. So kind of bridging the gap between things that you do offline from a marketing standpoint and tying in online, or vice versa. Then we talked about artificial intelligence last week. We talked about last Thursday, we talked about artificial intelligence. And so certainly thinking about AI as a marketing assistant for you. So you're going to see a lot of people, pumping out a lot of content because why? They have the ease and the flexibility with AI content. So today we're going to be talking about this last trend that I picked out. Again, there are multiple trends, but this last trend that I picked out is around your content. And really, this is for some of you, maybe a mindset shift. This may be a mindset shift. And so the trend for 2023 is to think about your content as a service. It is one of your service offerings. That is how you want to be thinking about the content, your content marketing. So that we're in Marketing Tips with Sharvette, right? So this is all around marketing your business, your brand, your company. And so the content that you put out, and let's talk about the content, right? So certainly everyone always thinks about social media. So social media content, video content, which may be on YouTube or other platforms like TikTok. We're also talking about your email marketing. That's content. Some of you are here or listening or checking out the replay because I sent an email at 11:45 a.m. saying, come on and check out these marketing trends. So your email content. If you are a blogger or you are blogging and writing, that's content. If you have a podcast or you're going on podcast as a guest, that's content. So all of those things make up your content. And as a reminder, your content represents the voice of your business. So when you think about your content, this trend is saying you really need to think about the content as one of your actual service offerings. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, Carmen Jimenez Pride, thank you for popping on in. Hello, Morgan. Thank you for coming on in. Thanks for tagging someone saying hop on in if you can. So here's the thing about thinking about your content as one of your service offerings, as one of the things that your business offers, is that you want to be now thinking really keenly around high quality, valuable content that serves your audience's needs. Now, that's really always been the case. Like this, some of you are probably saying, well, that's really probably what we always should have been doing. But as we talked about on Thursday with artificial intelligence, there's a lot more content out now just because artificial intelligence has made it easier and quicker to produce content. Now, the question is going to be, is it considered high quality and is it considered valuable? That's gonna be the question. That's gonna be the question. So even if you're leveraging things like artificial intelligence, put your spin on it, put your sauce on it. Don't just take exactly what, even if you're using artificial intelligence, don't just take exactly what the AI is popping out, right? Because here's the thing, the content, and a part of this trend is your content that you're putting out, your content isn't just promotional content. So if you have gotten in a space where you are only putting out content when you're promoting a product, a service, an event, a program, or whatever you're trying to get people to buy, and all of your content that you put out is only promotional, that's not good. That's not good. But I'm going to tell you 3 things that your content should be. 3 things that your content should be. I see you coming on in. Yes. Antoinette said, Happy New Year to you, Antoinette. And most def, right? Most def, your content should not just be, it isn't just promotional content. It isn't just promotional content. But as we talk about this 2024 trend and you thinking about the content you put out, which means the amount of content you put out, the frequency of content. And again, we talked about social media, video, email, blogging, podcast, all of that is content that you're producing, right? And so your mindset shift is, I need to treat this almost as a service, as something I would be selling, because guess what? Your content has value because your voice and your expertise has value. In particular, to those of you who are professional service providers, these services that you offer are professional. And so, yeah, absolutely, there is value there. Let me capture Sonia's comment. She said, your content should educate, elevate, and keep those wanting more, like a great dish. And absolutely, consistency is the key. And listen, she's all in my notes. So let me go ahead and jump on over here. So if you're taking notes, there's 3 things from a standpoint of your content. If you're saying, well, I fell in a rut of just promoting and I'm not doing other things. Here's number 1 of 3. Create and offer educational content. Create and offer educational content. And I see the hearts already coming up already. I bet there's some educators in the audience. I literally said this to someone on Saturday. She was talking about her business. She's a broker. And she was saying, people don't know this, people don't know that. And I wish people knew XYZ based off of her business as a full-time broker. And what I said to her, you've got to educate your audience. If you're saying they don't know, it is your responsibility to educate them. Some people even call it education marketing. You could even go to Google and type in education marketing, and it is a thing. So one thing that your content should do, it should educate your audience. In particular, if you have a service or in an industry that people just don't know the ins and outs, and guess what? Sometimes you think, well, everybody should know about life insurance, or everybody should know about buying a house, or everybody should know about tutoring services, or everybody should know about marketing. And that's not the case. So your content and what you put out, you want to be thinking about, okay, I'm marketing, but I'm marketing by educating my audience. And the more informed an audience is, and they attribute that to you, then you're more likely to get that person as a client. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Morgan said that is so true. That is so true. Thank you, Katina, for tagging in Stephanie. Listen, I won't go call no names. I won't go call no names. I won't go call no names. Shout out to Katina Downey, who is here with us. She I had a chance to spend time at NES Cornhole over in Short Pump, right by Dave and Buster's. And so you take the beanie bag and you throw it in the hole. She's this beautiful, almost 10,000 square foot facility. So if you're in Richmond, Virginia, this is a shameless plug for her. Go check out NES Cornhole. I have a reel on my personal page. I'm gonna drop it in the Facebook community too. And you know what? I'll drop it in YouTube Shorts for those of you that are on YouTube, so that you can see about that. So that was just a little segue. So if you're just popping on in, hey, we're in part 4 of 4. So we the whole month of January we've talked about marketing trends, and so we're on our 4th trend, which is content as a service. And so this is a mindset shift for you to think about the content that you're putting out: social media content, video content, email content, blog content, podcast content, any content that your brand and your business is putting out that shows the voice of your business. You now need to shift and think about it as, this is actually like a service I'm offering. And so then there's some intention and some quality that you want to put into your content. So first thing you want to be thinking about is creating content that's educational content, because for some of your industries, you gotta let people and help people understand what it is that you do and you offer, and then they'll be better positioned to buy. Because I didn't say this, but I love this quote: confused people do not buy. Confused people do not buy. So number one, make your content educational. The second thing is create and offer some entertaining content. Listen, I'm entertaining, right? Like, we're keeping it moving here. We got some gestures going on. So this doesn't mean, so let me clarify. This doesn't mean that you have to go learn all of the TikTok dances. You don't have to go learn the Tania slide. I mean, I'm trying to get it. I got the little lean, but I don't have it all. But there's something to say. I think there's a point that we can note of the success of TikTok and how it was originally. Some people feel like it's a lot of sales now because of the TikTok shop. But originally, it was just a lot of entertainment. People kind of vegged out. And so there is something to say about having some content that is entertaining. You can decide what that is and what level that you want to put out there. But the entertaining piece helps people feel kind of connected to you. Let me know in the chat if you have connected with a brand or you connected with a business. And initially it was because there was something entertaining, something. I did some videos, like not get ready with me type videos, but just some plus size fashion videos. And so I think actually somebody just joined the Facebook group and they said they saw one of my reels, which I've done some just kind of like, hey, this is what plus size, fashion looks like. That's entertaining. But guess what? It might draw some audience as well. Great. I'm seeing some notes. That makes sense. Yes. Absolutely. I needed to hear this. I'm glad. Well, this is just for you, Dr. Nina. This is just for you. Hey, Dorian, Miss Corey, thank you for being here. Antoinette said, yes, we live in a global world. It's more than just those in the U.S. looking to learn. Oh, that's such a great point. That is such a great point. If we think about this first tip of creating and offering educational content, we are in a whole great big old world. We're in a whole great big old world. Yes, Sonia said facts. I love it. I see it coming on in. And Katina is throwing her hands up like, yes, come check us out. NES Cornhole. Katina, go ahead and type in the chat the address and website for your business. Go ahead and do that. Hello, and thank you so much. We're glad to have you, Doris. Thank you for popping on in. And so, yes, Antoinette was saying TikTok is perfect for the H2H connection, the human to human connection. I absolutely love that. So The second point, and I'm gonna get out your hair quick on this Monday. The second point around, if you're just coming on in, you're like, what are we talking about? We're talking about the fourth marketing trend. We covered, already 3 different marketing trends. One about hyper personalized content. We talked about online and offline integration. We talked about AI, and now we're talking about you thinking about your content as an actual service. So then you're putting some thought and some energy into making great content, almost as if you're selling it, because it has value. Keep in mind it has value. So number 2 is create and offer entertaining content. Here's the third and final thing and point I want to say and get out of your hair. Then you want to also think about creating content, create and offer informative content. So sometimes it's just providing some information. And here's the thing, I'll have people say, or clients say, well, when am I giving too much? When am I giving too much? Has anyone ever felt that way? Like, where is the line? There you go. If you want to stop by NES Cornhole in Short Pump, Virginia, where do you draw the line of offering too much? Where do you draw the line of offering too much? And thank you, Doris. She said she's an inspirational speaker and best-selling author. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Teresa, for popping on in. I think I'm gonna see you this week in Atlanta. And thank you, Carla R. Jenkins, for retweeting this on Twitter. So sometimes the question is, well, am I giving too much information? If I give too much, will then people still need me? Or will then people still buy from me? Here's the rule of thumb. Information really is kind of readily available. Implementation cost. Let me say that again. Information, you can give information because a lot of information is readily available. What cost is implementation of that information. So you don't have to be in a place, certainly with your content, if you're like, well, I don't want to give too much, because the thing is, you do have to be informative enough, because here's the thing, here's the reason why. You got to build authority with the content you put out. Your content has to show that you're an expert. Your content has to show that you know what you're talking about, so that the person then has enough information to say, oh, well, that's the person that I want to work with. So this approach of us talking about and thinking about your content as one of your services is really around building your authority in your industry. And if you're looking for a book reference, I love a book called Authority Marketing. The co-writer is Adam Whitty. So that is a recommended reading for you, Authority Marketing. And they talk about how you have to have some authority in your respective industry. That you have to be viewed as an expert. And so when you're giving out information, that shows you as resourceful, and that shows you as an expert. It's tied closely to the educational piece, yes, but the educational piece, I think, is more so making people aware and just dispelling kind of the myths and making people understand what it is you're actually offering. But the informative piece is still really elevating your expertise. Now that you know what I'm talking about, now let me really show you I'm the one that you need to pick. I'm the business provider. I'm the service provider that you need to select for this business. Let me capture Sonia's comment here. I don't think it's too much because you have more to give that they can't get from just reading or watching. Absolutely. And most people can't synthesize, even if you covered everything you did. Most people can't synthesize it and put it all together and recognize, oh, she just shared her whole program with me. Most people don't even think that. I'm glad you like that analogy, Antoinette. Yes, Dr. Hyman, build authority. That is what your content is doing. You are an authority figure in your market. And so when they're looking at Dr. Hyman's live streams every single Sunday, that is showcasing her authority in her respective field. Dorian, yes, Authority Marketing. Co-author is Adam Whitty. It's a really great book. Doris said, I waited 20 years to write my first book on mental illness. Wow. I'm interested to know what prompted you to put it out there after 20 years? I'd be interested to hear that. And I bet that your audience would be interested to hear that. So, and I would even classify that that story of what took 20 years to tell, to write your book, Doors. I would actually classify that in the entertaining space, because when you take people along, adults like to learn from stories. And so when you share the stories and the behind the scenes, that's really more entertaining. It's like they're there with their popcorn and they're like, okay, tell me all the details. What happened? So I would classify that there. All right. And if you're saying, hey, Sharvette, I've been watching your live streams, I've been watching your videos, or I just been following you and I want to work with you. I want you to help me with my marketing. I offer a complimentary meet and greet call. So we can jump on a phone call. You can schedule that at callsharvette.com. I have some openings for one-on-one services. We're so excited to be working with some amazing platform builder clients. So that program is closed, and we've got 3 cohorts actually running at the same time: a mastermind, our last June cohort, and then our January cohort that just started. So we're excited. Our platform builder program is off and running, and so that's closed, but we do have some availability to work with you one-on-one and create a custom marketing plan. And then also, if you needed assistance with executing that plan. So schedule a complimentary meet and greet call at callsharvette.com. Very simply, I'm Sharvette Mitchell. And if you're saying, hey, somebody tagged me in this, or somebody sent me the YouTube link, I don't even know who you are. I'm Sharvette Mitchell. I'm CEO and founder of Mitchell Productions, and we work with high achieving women entrepreneurs. Sometimes a few lucky men get sprinkled in, all around raising the visibility of their brand by focusing on their marketing and on their branding so that they generate more revenue and get more customers. We do this in a few ways. We have our platform builder program, which is a 12-month program. We also offer one-on-one consulting, marketing consulting, and we have the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, which is a part of our content. And we're on episode 719. Yes, 719. So some of you may be here because of the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. We also produce books. We literally coming up in a couple of weeks, the pre-orders for my next book called Position to Pivot. I joined forces with 11 of my platform builder clients, telling you this book is amazing. Position to Pivot, that's coming up. That's our 6th book. And so we also produce conferences and events and retreats. So some of you might be connected because of that. So I just want to tell you a little bit about that, just in case you got tagged in and you're like, I don't even know who this is. Thank you, Katina. She said Sharvette is a marketing genius. Thank you so much. And she's one of our one-on-one clients we work with in the summer. So thank you for that. Yes, absolutely. Storytelling is so key. Morgan, who is an actress. And so I know that storytelling piece just clicked right there. And so really quick, I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm going to get out your hair. This is our fourth of our 4-part series. If you missed any of it, if you're on YouTube, the other parts are there. If you're in Marketing Tips with Sharvette, all of the other videos are there, so you can go back and catch up. You want to be thinking about your content. This is a trend for 2024. There's a lot of content that's going to be put out because AI has made it easier for people to produce content, but you want to focus on making sure your content is really high quality and meets the needs of your customer, and that it is not just promotional content. It is not just you putting out content when you're trying to sell people stuff. No, you are an authority figure. You are an expert in your field. So your content should be educational. You should be creating and producing also some entertaining content, and also creating and producing some informative content. And again, not just promotional content. And this approach is what is going to help establish you as an authority figure in your field and build trust with your audience. All right, there it is. I did it. It's a wrap. Thank you all for being here. Hey, girl. Hey, Sheena, for popping in. I'm checking over here on my phone. So, hey, Kamisha, for popping in. Thank you so much. Over on YouTube, how do I search for you? Thank you for that. It's Sharvette on YouTube. So simple. My first name, if you put in Sharvette, my channel comes right up. It's so simple. Just my first name, which is right here at the top. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all, it's okay, right here, Sharvette. That's my name over on YouTube. I'm glad that this Morgan, that this information was confirmation for youth. You are absolutely welcome. Thank you, Dr. Angela. Thank you, Dr. Teresa. Again, I'm gonna see you. Am I gonna see you in Atlanta, Teresa? Let me know. Shout out, I'll be in Atlanta this week for a traffic sales and profit conference. My mentor is Lamar Tyler, and mentors Lamar Tyler and Ronnie Tyler. So I will be there getting poured into so that I can continue to pour into my audience. So if anyone is going to be in Atlanta, let me know. I think Teresa, I think if that's the same, yeah, Dr. Teresa, I think I'm gonna see you. All right, thank you. All right, it's a wrap. We will start back with another series in February. But again, if you missed any portion of anything that we said, if you're on YouTube, all of the videos are there. And if you're in the Facebook community, all of the videos are there. I'm going to be in Atlanta Tuesday through Sunday. Tomorrow, I leave tomorrow, Tuesday through Sunday. All right, that's what I'm gonna be there. Okay, it's a wrap. I'll see you all later on the web. Callsharvette.com is where you can schedule a complimentary meet and greet chat with me so we can talk about your marketing and a customized marketing plan and then help with implementation. All right, bye.